It's about social impact, but you still have to be able to make some type of money on it.
Thank you for joining me on this Purpose Driven Investment podcast. Today, I have my friend Aaron Maynard with me today. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us today. I know you're a busy person. You're usually busybody traveling around. I'm very glad for you to join me. I like to invite you because I think the very first time, I don't know if you remember, that was back in Texas. We're chatting because it was just kind of in the hallway. I was talking to you. So, oh, I have this problem. You always start with the problem. I was trying to build this offsite cabin, second home in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia. And you just kind of start sharing how you usually will build your tiny house or container home, modular home that offsite in your factory. And it could be built and quickly finished built in offsite and then delivered to anywhere in the United States. So that was really interesting and intriguing for me. So that's why I decided to invite you to come over to talk about your business so we can highlight you. Before you go ahead and start, why don't we start with how you started in real estate?
So during my time in the service, I had a lot to do with a lot of facilities and facilities maintenance and dealt with a lot of vendors and external to the military, civilian contractors and stuff. And then after I left there, I got into some international logistics for some European NATO allies. And I did that for about 12 months, and I dealt with a lot of contractors and different contracts and different types of deals and deal structure. And then I left there and I went to Amazon Worldwide Real Estate for a few years. And I did a lot of high level strategic execution of capital asset management over facilities globally, and then looking at project management projects. We did good 8,000 projects. We did about 800 warehouses. So it was a really cool opportunity. And that kind of introduced me to the more larger scale real estate as a whole and an understanding of, how big that market really is.
Was it like a warehouse for Amazon facility? It's like a warehouse built?
Yeah, absolutely.
Industrial. So how does that change into residential type of build? Because I imagine you have the same crew, the connection you built out. How do you decide, you know what, that's a great opportunity. I'm going to start a company and do this.
So what I did is I partnered with some friends. After leaving there, I'm in the logistics, transportation, market, and commercial logistics right now. It's something I've done for a few years, and I partnered with a few gentlemen that I'm friends with who have been doing modular for about 25 years, and we're started doing modular in the Northeast, and that is everything from basically Pennsylvania north, along the eastern seaboard, up the coast of the U.S. I more recently in the last year got into duplex container homes, which is more of my bigger focus now, along with private money lending inside of owners clubs up to Gator and the communities.
So why duplex? While you're talking, I'm going to share what it looks like on your website because I think it's very interesting. It was container shape.
It's kind of a picture of the container, and if you went to gallery,
Mm-hmm.
see some
Hurry.
yeah, your pictures,
Right.
and you scroll down, you can see different types of pictures and different types of layouts and stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's the size of these kind of container?
So they're an international shipping ISO container. They're
Mm-hmm.
8 foot by 8 feet wide, you
Mm-hmm.
know, 8 feet tall, and they're 40 feet long. We make a duplex out of those, which is 160 square feet apiece per side on each duplex. So on the right
Mm.
side, you've got a little studio with a full size bath, vanity.
Right.
And if you go scroll down now, right, you can see the kitchen. There's a kitchenette in there. It's kind
Mhm.
of like living in a town place suite.
Right. Like a studio size, you have a very smart use of space. You have a stove there. It looks like a stove.
Yeah. You have a
Things.
two burner cooktop electric. Yeah. You have a
Mhm.
hot water heater in there for your shower.
Mhm. Are they the same? One unit is the front. Oh, this is nice. One
Yeah.
unit is the front, one in the back.
That is actually a queen size bed that's in
Mhm.
there. Right? So you see you can have everything you need in there. You can have a desk, you can have a chair, table,
Mhm.
you've got your 2 burner cooktop, you've got a
Right.
television, dresser. I mean, it
Right.
all works.
Right. Yeah. Nice shot of from this angle as well. So you have almost like a studio, but with a private attached ensuite.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and it's nice having a big bathroom, full tub and everything.
Mhm. And what's the total square footage of this
160 per side.
per side? Okay, so total 320 square feet. Okay, so I'm gonna show the what's the floor plan a little bit. Yeah, I think I've seen it. There you go. Okay.
That's just a nice little sketch, just a simple sketch.
So they're mirror imaging each other.
Yep, 100%.
Almost, yeah, right, so you have a two-door. So that's great because I don't see this kind of model being offered. Most of the time, people are building as, like, a single container for a single unit, but you're specifically build it for 2 to maximize the space that can be shared, and also I assume it's probably more economical to do this, right? Because 'Cause you're delivering 2 unit.
Well, I mean, when you're talking about purpose over profit, you're talking
Mhm.
about doing something where you could provide an affordable housing solution for people
Correct.
that are looking in the markets, right, that we're in.
Right.
We're in markets of 10,000 people or more, a lot of smaller areas. But I mean, this works in every market. We're primarily in Texas right now with 5 parks, currently operating, working on more as we speak. We're working on another 6.
I like how you said purpose-driven investment is a purpose over profit, right? Because as an investor, you're trying to use the money smart, like, offer quality housing, clean, very smart design, maximize the space, but also need to be budget friendly. I assume building this kind of house, container home, what kind of budget that people can expect and how long does it take to from start to finish when they place the order?
So we're ready to ship these in about 90 to 120 days from the order being placed.
Mhm.
They can expect to spend about $80,000.
Okay. So it's about
Yep.
40,000
40,000 per side.
per
And
side.
shipping. Shipping in Texas is around 12 to 1400. Shipping anywhere in the US is probably 25 to 2800 would be a guess.
Mhm.
Right? I could confirm that,
Right.
there was someone that wanted to purchase these for their park, for their RV park. Let's remember they're 160 square feet per side. We
Mhm.
already have 30 of these in a park right now being rented out. These are rented out at 950 a piece per side. We do Section 8 also in the state of Texas. We're Section 8 approved. So these are already approved for Section 8, and we're renting the Section 8 right now. And Section 8 pays 1,050 for each side because
Oh.
they need a safe, clean, affordable, and we include utilities and we include internet via Starlink satellite in our rent.
Mhm.
They don't have to go out and qualify for credit. They don't have to go out and set up electric or internet. They don't have to make deposits, stuff like that, right?
Right. Oh,
So
I
that
see.
way we're helping them as well because there's a lot of folks that don't have the credit for it and they don't have the deposit 200 for electric, 300 for electric. They don't have the money for the first internet bill, $100 or $111.
So this can be built fairly quick, 90 to 120 days, delivered nationwide. I think that's why you decide to partner with the RV or mobile home park. Because once you deliver to the site, right, do they have to prep the ground for you?
So we can place these right on the dirt. We can place them on gravel, 3/4 inch crushed gravel, pea stone. We can put them on blocks.
Mhm.
The way we have them right now, we have them mounted on blocks. That way they're nice and steady, they're nice and stable. They don't
Right.
shift or move. They
Right.
just sit level. We can hook these up in 15 minutes. Now they can be moved via 40-foot trailer over the highway. No
Mhm.
flag cars, no police escorts, no oversized load requirements. They just ship standard on a truck and then they just offload straight onto the ground. And then we have them leveled and set in about 15 minutes and then they're hooked up.
Those flatbed truck that can be tilted and slowly
Uh-huh.
drive.
Yeah,
Ah,
just slide it right off.
I see.
100%, right? And the nice thing is they're 15-minute hookups because they hook up to RV hookups. They're 50 amp service. So there's just 2 prongs that plug into the electrical panel. And
Mhm.
then there's a sewer hookup, which is just an RV standard hookup. And then there's a water hose in the back like a standard RV. These are
Mm.
RV certified and classified as RV.
Oh, I see. That's a key point, certified as a RV, because then
Correct.
you just basically if they have the electricity tap in 50 amp, Not
Yeah.
30 amp, have to be at least 50 amps. And then water connection, sewage connection, you're pretty much ready to go. You just turn it on.
15 minutes. I'm telling you right now, we do it all
Wow.
the time.
You should have a, video. That would be great to record and put on your website. It's like, yep, from start to finish. That would be a really nice video.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. I could do that. Thank you. It's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if you have a thought about that just by looking at how fast it can be built and how fast it can be set on the ground. Have you thought about using this for hurricane victim, like, post disaster?
If I had someone that had the need that I could be in contact with or that would contact me, absolutely. These would be perfect because they can be transported anywhere real fast
Mhm.
and they can be set up real fast and taken down fast. So if you had I'm in an area that there was a storm, I mean, you could pick these things up and move them right out of town if you had to. And then you could bring them right back after a storm and serve the community.
Mhm. So it can be mobile. Yeah. So is there a particular geographic area that's why you currently focus on other than Texas, right? You mentioned
Well, we're
Texas.
we're doing Texas because it's made in Texas, it's made in the USA. We use all Home Depot product because we wanna keep it simple for the consumer so that they could replace items very simply. They could go and get a door and replace it, no problem. They can go and get a kitchen sink, they can go get a cabinet, they can go get a door. Whatever they need, they can get it real easy. So we made that super simple as well. We thought about that after going through a couple of redesign. Originally, it would have been one unit, but then it ended up being a duplex because the one unit don't work. It's about social impact, but you still have to be able to make some type of money on it.
Right, if you can rent it to 2, that will cover some baseline costs and some profit.
Right, and that allows us to do all the utilities included and the internet included. That allows us to balance it, right?
Yeah, that's the great setup because a lot of time when there's tenant turnover, if you have to transfer water bill, electricity bill from first to the second person, then there's a reconciliation how much percentage you need to pay. It's all manual work. So if you cover everything, you just give them the set price. How does that payment work? Do you work with these kind of mobile home park owner or RV park owner and they help collect it for you?
What we do is we currently have 5 parks. 3 parks are owned by Mr. Good Container, the company. 2 of them are under lease to owns where we have them under contract and we're working with the owner. So what we do is we pay lot rent. So we pay X dollars a month, say it's 250, 350, 450, whatever the monthly lot rent is, and then we manage our own containers and our own tenants.
The lease to own though is that more like a mobile home park
No,
setup.
RV park.
So once they own it, I guess the tenant can tow it anywhere to drop it anywhere.
Well, the
It's
tenants
the
don't
owner.
own them, we own them. We have possession and ownership.
Oh, I see. But you mentioned about lease to own. What kind of
No,
setup
at
is
least you own the parks,
okay.
purchase the park. We're going to the park and we're telling them that we'll guarantee a 10 cap based on their trailing 12 months of profit and loss. And then as long as they can maintain that as a 10 cap for the next 12 months, we'll
Right.
guarantee when we sell together that they get that 10 cap.
Ah, I see. So when you exercise your purchase option to own that part based on the past performance of past 12
Mhm.
months, and then you can guarantee that purchase price. Wow, that's a creative purchase in another level. You're basically like, okay, I'm gonna rent your dirt for 12 months to see how you perform, and then we will exercise the option to purchase at the price that is already pre-negotiated.
And if we decide not to buy it, we have an agreement with the owner to sell it in a partnership as a JV.
Oh, okay. So how did you split that partnership with them? Is like 50-50?
No,
No?
they get their money for the park, we get our money for the containers, and that's it.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
that's why we guaranteed a 10 cap because if they don't cover it, we cover it and then we split ways.
So you need a new buyer that will
Yes.
coming in. Then your container will be an asset, and then there's a part evaluation and the asset for the
Yeah.
home.
Because what we're doing is we're taking parks that are underperforming. That's what I need is underperforming parks in Texas. So I'm looking for high
High
vacancy,
vacancy.
low occupancy, $1 million or less. Plano, Texas, Tyler, Texas. Bullard, Texas, Chandler, Texas, Nacogdoches, Texas, Lufkin, Texas, and Huntington, Texas. Those are the places that I'm primarily focused on to buy parks.
Were those the park plants close by your factory when you decided to pick those
Yeah.
county?
Certain areas, and it's also due to financing. If you own the park, so when I have a lender that if you own the park, you can refinance these at 80%. If you drop them on the ground, you pay 80 grand a container, you put it on the ground, you can go back in and we have appraisals for $141,000.
For the $80,000 container home?
Yes,
So
ma'am. So
wow.
if you wait a seasoning of 12 months to 18 months, you can pull 80% of that 141,000 back out of it, which is like 113,000. So
Mhm.
you pay 80, you're cash flowing it about 1,400 a month,
Right.
and then you're able to refinance it for 113,000, which
More
means
cash?
then you can turn around and purchase more containers.
Right. Or purchase another park.
To purchase another park, absolutely.
Right.
That's how we've set this model up, and this is how it's been working for 3 years.
I see. And how many park you currently own? Are those all in Texas?
Mr. Good Container has 5.
Other than Texas, are you focusing any other particular states?
Not currently, there's so much opportunity in Texas, you don't have to.
It is also easy to manage geographically speaking.
Yeah, and it's easier to manage if you have the
Right.
parts clustered,
Mhm.
'cause we have our own property management, our own maintenance people and everything. So then you're able to manage it.
Can you kind of share with us a little bit of how you structure your company? Because I know you're the owner, right? And you have a property management team. Do you have like a ground, like handyman crew that go around if the tenant has some issue?
I don't own Mr. Good Container Homes, right? I own Mega Real Estate Solutions and Mega Money Solutions, Mega Modular Solutions, which is part of Mr. Good. My partner, Colin Hanks, and he owns Mr. Good Container, and his company owns them parks. What we're currently looking to do is to purchase more right now. This is where now I've taken my funds. I'm a PML and have been in Sub 2 and Owners Club and Gator for the last 2 years. I'm bringing back some of the money that I've had loaned out to help others do deals so they could get ahead. And now I'm taking my money and putting it into my own deal to
Mhm.
purchase my own RV parks, my own containers, so I can cycle the money through.
Yeah, that's very smart because I see you dumping 80,000 to build a home, season for 12 months, and you then basically replenish all your cash and then some, plus the profit, cash flow monthly throughout the 12 months, and then just rinse and repeat.
That's what we're doing. I mean, anybody could come along and do the same thing. We've got parks that they can put their containers in. We have a park in Schneider, Texas that I'm looking for an investor to bring a couple $1,000,000 to put the containers in there. And then that would cash flow like 88,000 a month. That's a pretty big number.
Those are two duplex you're talking about, or is it different type of container home? Still the
Just
duplex?
duplex container homes. When you mentioned storms earlier, right? We've had these down through tornadoes and they're 14,000 pounds. They didn't even move off the ground. They didn't even shift.
Does it have to be tied down? It's just so solid. It just still
Not
have to go
even
off.
tied down, but it could be
Right.
100% for added safety. Sure.
Hmm.
There's people that when there's a tornado coming, they leave their house and go sit in their container. It's so strong, it could take a
Right.
heavy impact.
How did you source these container? I'm always curious because I see the container everywhere. Do you buy them in bulk and then fabricate them?
Yeah, buy them in groups, maybe 10, 15, 25, 50. Buy them from shipping companies and then clean them up, spray them, seal them, make sure they're meet inspection criteria 100%.
Does it require any engineering drawing, or if there's a new client they're interested in kind of setup? Would your team has a capacity to help customize them a little bit if they need to do a different customization?
We've not changed the interior. That's 3 years of R&D to get to where we're at, but we have had recent requests for exterior changes, like a different facade or putting a
Right.
pitched roof on it and stuff.
Right.
We're working on that right now, right? We're still looking for a vendor interested in doing that work with us also. So if there's someone out there that feels like they could work on these containers and design pieces that could go on them and they could produce these, give me a call.
Right. I like the rooftop. Recently see people have put the deck on the top of the roof. I don't know
Yeah.
how that's gonna work out. But that looked pretty neat. You can have
And you can
a
do that with this. Just put a nice deck up there of nice rail.
railing, right?
Yep.
And outside stair. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I want to highlight a little bit your private money lending business as well. And I think this really complement really well for your business, especially a lot of people buying container home. They may not have the large down payment to drop in the beginning and require 12 months seasoning period. When you decide to deploy your capital, what kind of opportunity you're looking for?
We're usually looking for probably 15 to 18% on our money. I'll do 4-month loans, 3-month loans, 6 months loans. That's primarily what we're doing. We do a lot of gap funding, bridge loans, and then we do second and third position for burrs and fix and flips. That's what we've done a lot of in the past 2 years. We've helped a lot of people with their wealth generation or wealth creation because they've been able to do projects they wouldn't have been able to done before. I've taken a lot of risk on a lot of people I don't know.
How did you vet them to it?
The
So
best I could talking to them and, just understanding who they're associated with or making sure that I check the title companies and I check the contractors and I call and, I just do what I can.
So you're underwriting the deal yourself and
Yes.
do you lend money nationwide or just in Texas?
Nationwide.
So bridge loan, short term, 6 months or less.
I've had some extensions where people extend another 6 months. Usually those are ones that they've always paid on time. There's never been an issue. There's no problems. The relationship seems to work. I don't have an issue.
Well, I know you also have a website called the Mega Solution that's currently in Pennsylvania. Is that still your another business? Yeah, I know you have a lot of business venture.
Yeah, megamodular That's our modular that I spoke about earlier. That's along the New England area, laying north, going all the way up through to Canada practically. That is a modular. That's a stick-built manufactured home in a manufacturing facility, just like the container is built in a manufacturing facility. So in a warehouse, I cover assembly line being built and inspected on each phase of the work. Same thing. And then we've got MrGoodContainerHomes.com. That's MRGOOD Container Homes. And then you can find me on Instagram at Mega Real Estate Aaron.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming up to sharing everything. It's so fascinating to me that you can design, your team can work together, design a container home, not just for one unit, duplex together, and it can be built so fast and just drop anywhere in the United States. So kudos to you. Thank you for sharing your expertise and make us understand that this type of business it could be a very profitable business if you pick the right market. Thank you again for coming out again. And we'll definitely include the description in the link below so people can reach out to you. Any lasting word that you can share with us?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're currently on 30 containers. We're generating about $54,000 gross a month and netting about 43,000. So the average, that's an average rent of 950 per side per container. In the state of Texas, we're Section 8 approved. We're on the affordable housing website. We're on the Section 8 approved website. So, I mean, we've done all the work. All the math is there. It pencils out. I mean, what we're doing is we're just parking our money where other people park on the weekends. So that's how I put it. That's where it's been working out. So we're very happy to, work, so have a good social impact, but also be able to make some sort of profit at the same time.
Well, I think that's a great way to end this purposeful investing strategy and also, profit over
Welcome to my
profit.
podcast.
Well, thank you, Aaron, so much for joining in today. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you very much.